Are LED headlights or headlamps superior to halogen ones? Hello, I'm Vicki Simons with TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com. I'm broadcasting from a different spot in our home because we have lost our internet connection here, and I'm closer to a window, and I hope that this will work out and keep my connection all night. So I apologize if it's a little bit shaky, but I've got my laptop propped up here in front of me, and I am referencing an article, a 2014 article from truckinginfo.com. I'm going to be referring to that. And obviously, different professional truck drivers are going to have different experiences with their headlights than others, depending upon your situation and what kind of headlamp or head bulb that you use. I've got here, okay, and this is obviously, I'm going to pull it out of the bag. This is obviously a headlamp that is designed for a car. Let's see if I can even get the bag open. Okay, but most of the headlamps are somewhat similar to this, where basically it could be an entire assembly or something that you just make a little plug into. Basically, you just insert it into the outlet and then screw it into place. But anyway, you've got the little connections inside the base of it there. So just remember that if you're going to be changing the headlamps or headlights on your truck, you may need to have some tools. We talked about some tools that would be of benefit to you in a previous broadcast. This is a truckinginfo.com article that I'm going to be citing here. It says, the title of it is Quick Spin LED Headlights versus Halogen. A comparison between a set of standard halogen headlamps and LED headlamps reveals, well, there is no comparison. Okay, and there are images here, and in the comments below this article, someone has actually criticized the camera or the photographs that were taken. And the caption underneath the photograph says, compare the side of the road lighting between both sets of lights on high and low beams. High and low beam, then notice how the LEDs light the detail at the far end of the road where the halogen lamps seem to just fade out even on high beam. The color of the light is important too. The LED light is closer to that of daylight rather than the yellowish cast from the halogen lamps. This is exactly as it appeared to me in the tests. Okay, and this is Jim Park who has written this article here, and basically this summary here that he has done talks about his comparison of these two. They were done in the same truck, the same stretch of road. All the specifications were identical to each other except for the headlamps that were installed. He said, interestingly, this is concluding, interestingly, driving on a busier stretch of two-lane road with opposing traffic, not once did I get a flash of the high beams from oncoming cars annoyed by my brighter lights. I'm told this has a lot to do with the reflector design, which throws light where it's needed down, straight down the road and low and wide rather than into the eyes of oncoming drivers. So that is always a concern of mine too. The color of your headlamps could be very important as well. I know that I do not like to have those bluish lights in my eyes. Okay, they just really bother me. While they are considerably more expensive up front than halogen headlamps, this is the last paragraph, LEDs will long outlive the first service life of the truck and will give drivers night lighting like they have never seen before. Okay, I will give you a perfect example of a situation when a light could have greatly helped us. And of course, you got to understand this was in a foggy situation, so it could have been the fact that it would bounce back at us. But my husband and I were making a delivery somewhere in Missouri one time, and supposedly the sign for this particular location was way up on a hill somewhere. But anyway, the directions to this place were not at all in keeping with the foggy conditions that frequently were in that area. But the fact of the matter is the directions should have said go down to a certain street or a certain number of stoplights and then make a left. But if we had had a better set of lights, we might have been able to see things a little better. But we ended up having to go down the road and make a very uncomfortable multi-step turnaround in order to be able to get back to this place. In fact, the people at this the service station where we made the turnaround Oh yeah, we think it's down the road at such and such a location. Of course, they weren't familiar with it because they weren't truckers. They didn't know about manufacturing facilities, but a headlamp can make a definite, uh, impression. It can make a definite difference in your ability to see on the road, obviously. Like I said, make sure that you have the tools to be able to change that out. If it's an entire assembly, it's going to take much more effort to be able to get that undone than just replacing a headlamp inside an assembly. And obviously, you'll want to take spares with you on the road, just like some of the other equipment that we've talked about in the past. Okay, consider the cost of a good set of headlamps in the cost of your truck operations. And also feel free to submit a product review through our website, TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com. We look forward to having your ideas, what your experience was with respect to whatever headlamps that you put into your truck if they were brand new. And one of the things that I will encourage you not to do is put mixed lights in your truck. It may or may not have an effect on your electrical system, but then again it might. Plus it might just really goof up some people if they see like one brighter light and one lower light, even though they're both on the same setting inside the truck. Okay, let me know how it works out for you. Until next time, my husband Mike and I wish you safe travels and lots of money saving opportunities on the road. Have a great night, drivers. Thanks.